right, guys, we are going straight into the action. Puckett and Chance continuing to bring tonight's Pro League battles, and here you see Theory right away in hardpoint get in
Jesus
to the top of the map. Oh, Chance, this is not worth the wait.
I mean, it's been a great match so far. TK's off to the early lead, and I have no idea why.
Oh, man. At this point, I might just call the show this evening. It's been quite a frustrating day of Pro League action.
I mean, in fairness, Denial's really good, so maybe, just kidding, there's, like, maybe you can clutch 3v4s in Search and Destroy. Like, it's insanely difficult to do, but it's, oh my god, Hugh just destroyed them. Oh my god. This is what I'm saying, like, Denial is really good, but 3v4s are really tough to pull off, and oh my god, what is Hugh doing?
Hugh is a monster this morning.
What?
Oh, man. Well, we have something to look forward to tomorrow. Gamescom. Continuing to announce some new things. Today was the Halo announcement. New Halo 5 Guardians. Tomorrow, looking forward to hearing what they have to say about Call of Duty. And we'll just keep some of this action on for now until I hear word from production.
I'm just saying, Denial right now is outslaying DK. By a lot.
These shots are good right now.
Oh my god.
Slasher was so fun to watch this weekend as well. Didn't have the most consistent event playing alongside Elevate, but his shot was definitely still there. Replays also put up a 1.32. Of course, those numbers coming against a lot of European teams through group play, and they went out early, but it looks like Replay is able to rejoin the action, should be getting right back in. The deficit about 45 points at this moment, but it's a good sign that he's able to reconnect.
Honestly, this is perfectly reasonable for Denial. I mean, I know they're down by, what is it, like 50, 60 points, something like that. And TK like has control of the hill right now, but still, Hugh, Temp, and Slasher are doing a pretty damn good job of like keeping up the numbers. And that like Replays honestly can just sit in the hill and not kill anything, and Denial might like be able to pull this off. So like maybe, I'm not saying it's going to be great because now we're up to a 70-point differential, but maybe.
And I was told it, you know, it was not a connection issue. He had his game froze up on him, so he was able to get right back in. No problem. So hopefully this series will not be. We won't see any further issues here. Team Kaliber, this is a big matchup for them. Denial, it doesn't really matter if they lose this one. They're still in the top 3, currently holding on to that #2 seed in the Pro League. But TK, on the other hand, they've had their ups, they've had their downs. Currently sitting in about 6th place. This would be a massive victory over a top 3 team that we honestly kind of expected losses when you talked to all the casters before the matches today, and seeing how TK got knocked out of Gfinity so early. They didn't even make it to bracket play. We thought this would be a whitewash from Denial.
Yeah, I didn't even know TK was at Gfinity until like a few hours ago. Just throwing that out there. Dude, Denial's looking really, really good, which is weird because they're getting smashed in terms of score. But like, we got 6 minutes left, and I'm gonna keep saying it until Denial works their way back in this. I think Denial's gonna win this map.
Drift and the ARs really working well together for Denial. 17-9 is Slasher. Hook just getting dropped there for his 12th death, already has 16 kills, and you see Temp picking up his 17th. So big slaying out of the ARs early on, and I believe Hook is going to be working with the ASM-1 outside. Here's a look at him now. Big challenge going on in the back. New hardpoint has rotated. Hook trying to hold down this position while his teammates come in to reinforce. And here you see Temp picking up one. Theory takes out Hook, but Slasher and Replays are still applying the pressure.
TK right now still has about double the score of Denial. Of course, Replays somehow kills himself. I'm not even sure what part of the map that is. The avalanche hasn't come down quite yet.
Yeah, the car blew up on him there.
Wow.
Hook is going to be inside this hill, and you can see your score now, 48 points separating the 2 squads. How long can Hook hold it down? He has gone back to the bow here, picks up 1 nice kill. 2nd kill goes down, and the one thing we do know for sure, this is not Hook's host. He is the banned player. They do not want to play on his host for TK. On the other side, Denial has chosen to not allow Neslo to host. Neslo getting hit by the avalanche is going to make this difficult for Theory to hold. Theory and Sharp doing a nice job hanging on for a moment, but in the final 4 seconds, the hill's going to be neutral, and we go back to the middle.
Okay, and maybe I'm just crazy, but I would feel weird for not calling it out. I'm pretty sure Neslo just like switched teams just for like a second. I'm assuming it's just an accident, but that was just weird, and I have to like bring it up. But either way, Theory once again going to be in control of this hill. Was able to pick up 1 kill on replays as well. Going to continue that and take down Hugh. Now he's going to turn. Don't let Theory get 3 pieces. He's not going to be able to pull that off, but still milking all this time until replays finally able to nade him out of the hill.
So we're looking at the kills here, but even with replays back in the action, the game continues to count up towards Team Kaliber. What's Denial doing wrong when it comes to hill pressure?
Again, just not getting in the hill. They're doing a very good job of out-slaying, but you can see they've gotten out-rotated on pretty much every single hill. And granted, it's tough to out-rotate your opponent when you're playing down 3v4, but even since replays has gotten back, we've seen TK getting there early. Now, Denial was successful right there in breaking through, but you can see they're having to get so many more kills to get themselves back to the hill, which they can pull off, but TK is doing a better job of, they pick up 1, 2, are in the hill for just a second. Yes, they get slayed out, but still are at least contesting time and getting like, a scrap point here, a scrap point there.
And Nameless is able to win a big battle versus Hook. Neslo takes out Slasher, and that's going to buy another 10 seconds for TK. They continue to grow their lead. It was down to about 48 is the smallest I've seen it in the second half. Now it's about 60 points.
Yeah, it might have been a pipe dream to say that Denial was going to be able to make this comeback. TK doing a very good job, even since the reemergence of replays. And even right there, that's all 4 down in their favor. It is going to be Theory that is going to be milking this hill time once again. And we even saw it on the last hill. Theory was able to pick up, I think, 3 or 4 kills while he was in the hill before he got taken down. Neslo's also going to be able to pick up 2 right there, just to be kind of that front line defense. And of course, now you see like Slasher's trying to get himself in the hill. Replays is going to be there as well. However, they are both going to get cleaned up. So now Nameless going to be going against Temp, and Nameless is going to be able to pick up 2 scrap time in favor of TK.
Yeah, and you look at the mini-map, Denial trying to rotate. They'll be in there first. 3 minutes left. The game isn't completely out of hand, but they're going to need to clutch up on this hard point. Nameless charging in with the bow, going to get shut down. Hook on a 3 streak, already has 32 kills, looking for a 40 bomb here in game number 1. And doing a nice job staying alive. Good protection on the back end. Replays picks up 2, make it 3 in a row. No one is getting in through the back entrance, and now you can see Replays starting to push to the middle of the map, picks up another one before dying. Looking through your mini-map, TK all going to be pressuring, but no one able to get close until Neslo breaks through, and just like that, Hook shuts him down for his 4th kill.
Yeah, I was watching Yuke on that, and it almost seemed like he was bored. He had about like 35 seconds where he was just kind of hanging out in the building, not having anybody to shoot at. Now, since then, he's been able to pick up 3 while he's in the hill. So imagine that from TK's perspective. They're getting outslayed outside of the hill. Finally, they're able to break through, and then they have to deal with Huke. That is just not going to be a good time. He's 35 and 23. The guy is on his 6th streak, and keep in mind, the better portion of this was he was doing while in the 3v4. TK, though, doing a good job once again of getting those early rotations.
And Huke is going to be pressuring from the back, but as you mentioned, TK is inside and they're scoring. Every second that Denial waits is going against them, as they only have 41 points left to mess with here. Down to our last 90 seconds. They can definitely bring it back on this hill. Replay's doing a nice job up top. Huke continuing on his 9 streak is going to be the player to watch. He finally falls, calls it out to his teammates. Everyone's flooding from the back.
Oh, Theory, everyone from TK showing up in the kill feed. Literally all 4 players getting the kills done, able to break through, and that is a huge break, especially to be able to shut down Huke on his streak. That was like an ever-important hill right there for Denial. They're pretty much at the point where they're going to start needing about every single second. Down by just under 40 points, got 58 seconds left to go. Of course, that rotation is going to come in, but Denial going to have to completely lock down this next hill to be able to get back in this.
And that was an all-red kill feed right before the rotation. Theory's going to win the initial fight inside. It looks like TK just locked it up right there. Solid performance by TK. Everyone very objective-minded. You see on the other side, Slasher and Temp able to break in 6 times, but Theory on host, crushing through with 13 captures, nearly 30 kills and deaths. Pretty even game for him in the slaying column. And honestly, Sharp had a pretty off game in the first 5 minutes, especially when it came to slaying. But TK, able to get your first victory here on Drift Denial. Gonna have to bring it back on Solar Search and Destroy. Excuse me, it's gonna be Biolab Search coming up next.
I'm a very big fan of Biolab Search and Destroy, and I don't even have a good explanation as why. It's just probably one of my favorite maps to play. I also really like that TK made it like a definitive stamp on that game. You know, if they had won by 20, 30 points, it leaves the question mark, and did they only win because of the 3v4? But to me, you know, 60, 70 points, that's about where it was left at when replays ended up getting back in. So TK earned that map.
So there you see the final stats. Huke drops a 40 bomb, 15 captures with 6 defends. Those were all inside the shop as he was able to go to work with the ASM-1. Denial definitely looking like the stronger slaying squad. But TK getting the objective done. When we return, guys, it is search and destroy the map. It's going to be Biolab. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.